Hello, it is Monday, August the 16th, 2021. My name is Razor Taps. I am a licensed professional black hat by trade. That is what I do for a living. I am in charge of cybersecurity, network infrastructure in my District 6 here in North Carolina. My team and I do that quite well. Occasionally and quite recently, my team have been assigned by social media heads to go after and monitor race baiters, hate speech promoters, and now social media insurrectionists, our modern day domestic terrorists, if you will. Uh, this video has a disclaimer right off the bat. This video is for your educational purposes only under the Freedom of Information Act. Publicly known. Uh, there is no slander or defamation of character towards any group or any one individual unless my team have been assigned to your profile on all social media groups. We basically find out that you have a private personal channel or a website. We go there, we download the whole website, we log and categorize everything for our boss and the U.S. court system. We also find out whether or not, if you do have indeed a email server, we extract that, we go through it and categorize everything and give that to our boss, and what they do with it is their business. If it deemed court related for civil matters such as insurrection in the form of electronic insurrection, then you come into my realm. I take the information, I give it to the ones that have been victims of these domestic terrorists, these progressive conservatives who call themselves social media personalities. They want you, the viewer, to pay them actual money to continue spreading the race baiting, hate speech, and now social media insurrection. Social media insurrection is simply this. When you go after healthcare facilities, police department administrators, and first responders, all because you, the individual, was done wrong and now you want to get a little payback, well, you can. Just make sure you do it within the law. Do not slander or use defamation of character towards a healthcare facility or a police department administration. That is now a civil court matter which the healthcare facility, first responders, and the police departments can turn right around and sue the social media insurrectionists for defamation of character and slander, and they will win 100%. I kid you not. I make a 7-figure salary doing this shit. Don't get me wrong. I get a good chuckle out of watching grown people who call themselves great American patriot, former veterans who actually have PTSD and truly believe in their head that they are social media personalities, and they inadvertently get their social media channels either flagged, demonetized, censored, and sometimes they receive strikes on their channel and then their accounts are just gone. They are a asterisk or a afterthought, if you will. And I just continue collecting my profile requests and go on to the next project. On this particular project, this is project number 5 on a channel called HateSpeech Fan. HateSpeech Fan is a sub-channel to Douglas Payne's channel. In profile number 4, called Douglas Payne's channel, I simply have been assigned to a race baiter non-hate speech promoter by the name of Mr. Douglas M. Ducote Sr. This man has a 11-year video library of race baiting, hate speech towards elected officials and other social media groups, as well as fellow YouTubers. This man truly does treat freedom of speech and the right of expression like toilet paper that's designed only for his ass. And he could give two shits about your First Amendment rights if he did care about your First Amendment rights. Then he would not block your comments. He would welcome all comments. He would welcome all replies. Good, bad, right, or indifferent. Your comments count, your opinions count, and your freedom of speech count. But this man flushes your freedom of speech down the toilet like it's toilet paper. And yet he calls himself a great American patriot, veteran. I call this man a damn joke. I mean, this veteran has done everything he possibly can to put his health at risk, his wife's health at risk, and his children's health at risk. This man goes to Republican super spreader events with his family and purposely gets them all infected with COVID-19. I got news for you. Here's the thing. A mask is a preventive measure. The COVID-19 vaccination and the Delta variant vaccination is just a preventive measure. It helps you to possibly fight off future infections. But if you go out in the marketplace regardless if you have a mask on, regardless if you've had the vaccination and you've got your card to prove it, regardless of all that, if you go out into the marketplace, surround yourself around people possibly without a mask and people who have a fever that could possibly be super spreaders of the COVID-19, you will get the virus, regardless if you've had the shot or wear a mask. Like I stated before, the mask and the COVID-19 shot is a preventive measure. You know, all through your life, you've had a vaccination at some point in your life growing up, whether it be measles, smallpox, you name it. Your parents made sure that you got vaccinated because you're your parents' tax exempt. Got to protect the kids that get paid at the end of April 15th. But Douglas Michael Ducote Sr. here does not care about his family's safety and well-being. This man took his family to a super spreader event and got his daughter infected, got his son infected, got his wife infected, and she, understand, has asthma. And then he turned around and got himself infected, the head of the family. You know, for a guy who has PTSD and takes amnesia medication, sure has a real problem trying to get a grip on reality. I mean, he spit in the face of his own professional healthcare professional in-laws by, when I say spit in the face of healthcare in-laws, he says he's got in-laws that are doctors. And yet he spit in their face in their profession when he created the most important video I've ever produced. Defamation of character and slander is abundant in this video. and he's received strikes and he's been demonetized. He also went after a police department administrator when he made the May the 6th, 2021 tonight officer under attack. I guess his heart was in the right place for feeling sorry for this female police officer who threw her career down the tubes and lost her pension in the process. I'm sure his heart was in the right place, but he openly committed defamation of character and slander. He committed social media insurrection by encouraging others to contact them by phone, email them, or go see them in person and picket their police department. Maybe they'll get arrested. In the comment section below of tonight officer under attack, May the 6th, 2021, in the comment section below, he gave the names, addresses, phone numbers, office locations, store, business hours, and he encouraged and incited social media insurrection by asking his paid minions and his paid subscribers to harass these individuals to share the videos that have been flagged, demonetized, and censored. Unknowingly for him, both videos have a YouTube video ID tag attached to that video. It's an ID, like a thumbprint. Everybody has an individual thumbprint, and so do these two videos. He turns around and shares the two videos on his Douglas Ducote show, and again encouraged others to share his flagged and demonetized video. Maybe their channels will get placed under review and their channels will be demonetized. What an idiot. In his community section, we'll go there. Yeah, it was real sad to see Elvis Presley. This is his anniversary, I guess, of his death. I won't throw stones at the man. He had depression issues for years. But I will throw stones at this one. Rick's post. Yeah. Rick's post. Congress.gov post. And the 99.9% of people post, and the survey post, as well as this post. I went ahead and shadow banned the hell out of it. This man has no business making community threads like this without giving links, sources, and URLs, and the ability for you, the viewer, to read and follow along with his babbled conspiracy bullshit that he preaches about on a piece of paper. Especially on his personal channel. Yeah, Douglas Michael Ducote Sr. You block Douglas Payne's ability to leave a comment and a suggestion. You threw my freedom of speech and my right of expression down the toilet like only you can. The one thing you were not counting on was me creating a channel called Douglas Payne's and coming after your ass. Well, I'm actually getting paid to come after your ass now. Here's the thing, Mr. Douglas Michael Ducote Sr. You can block me all you wish. Have at it. I'll just simply go after your channel. Let's try this one. And I'll show your own viewers that I did in fact leave a comment. I did in fact make a reply. And I did in fact make sure that my replies count. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Period. The same thing on your community section. We'll go ahead and click on this one. Oh, my favorite female race baiter is a girl by the name of Cheryl Hamilton. This girl cracks me up. I bet she's got a gallon of KY jelly sitting at her computer desk with a chamois. What did I leave her? Don't let it go to your head, Kevin. Wait, Cheryl has a gallon of KY jelly sitting by her computer just in case you send her a picture. Just cracks me up. And people try to block me. They get pissed off because I turn around and create my own channel and show their own viewers that I did indeed make a comment. Well, while I'm at it, Cheryl says he is exactly right with every word. I'm so sorry to every family who lost someone they love over this total mess. It hurts my heart. I was shocked. She actually has a heart? I said, wait, you have one? Really? The girl that sits by her computer with a gallon of KY jelly and a pink rabbit and a chamois? That Cheryl Hamilton? And then I put my call signs, Douglas Paynes, aka Anonymous Ops. Like I stated, Mr. Douglas Michael Ducote Sr., like I stated, Cheryl Hamilton, you can block me all you want, but you can't touch my own YouTube channel. I too have my rights to protect my freedom of speech, my right of expression, and my First Amendment rights. No one's, and I mean no one, should have their channels blocked or censored by a known race baiter by the name of Douglas Michael Ducote Sr. It's very simple, Douglas Ducote. I'm going to continue profiling your channel because I can. I'm going to continue taking your so-called bullshit that you put on a piece of paper that you call news. The very bullshit of which you never give links, sources, or babbled conspiracy theories down in the comment section below of your videos. You will not make sure that you put yourself down in the far right hand corner of all your videos and make the news your centerpiece. Take this so-called piece of shit that you wrote and fix it to where your viewers and your paid minions who actually pay you for your babbled conspiracy bullshit, and give your viewers what they're paying for. Factual information instead of an opinionated bullshit on a piece of paper. Start giving the links, the sources, and the URLs. Give your viewers the ability to read and follow along with your babbled conspiracy bullshit, because that's all it is. You're just a washed up veteran that cannot do anything else. You're fully disabled because you have a mental condition, and how people follow you is just cracks me up. My guess is they love entertainment. They love watching people flip out and cuss at a camera. Just amazes me the levels of ignorance these progressive conservative Republicans go to trash their own reputations. And people pay them for flipping out on themselves. It just cracks me up. I mean, Mr. Douglas Michael Ducote Sr., you even created a sub-channel called The Douglas Ducote Show, of which you give no links, no sources, no ability to read and follow along with your story content to pass yourself off as credible. Remember, Douglas Michael Ducote Sr., Douglas Payne's profile was designed and created to profile you, to monitor your threads, to monitor your videos. I have taken your so-called bullshit and I have given your own viewers the links, the sources, and the URLs, and I've given your own viewers the ability to read and follow along with the news the way it's supposed to be made. You put yourself down in the far right hand corner of all your videos and you make the news your centerpiece. If you put the news out there correctly, it will not be censored, it will not be demonetized, and it sure as hell won't be flagged or receive strikes on. This video library is proof of that. Just cracks me up. I know how to give the links, the sources, and the URLs, and I know how to make the news enjoyable for my viewers. Trust me, my viewers will never get a piece of paper. It just cracks me up why you can't seem to grasp the reality between fact and fiction. You talk about the news on your piece of paper, but yet you won't share your screen to back up your bullshit. And you wonder why you're down to 128K subscribers. And by the way, Douglas, it's not going any higher than this here. They've actually froze this account at this subscription because whoever follows your channel has come to the realization if they share any of your demonetized videos, their channels will be placed under review as well, and their channels could be demonetized and their channels could receive strikes on, all because you begged them to share your so-called babbled bullshit that you preached from a piece of paper with no links, no sources, no URLs. Douglas Michael Ducote Sr., you're pissed off at Douglas Payne's because nothing's been done about my freedom of speech and my right of expression. You're pissed off at me because I'm still making videos about your so-called bullshit, and YouTube is not touching me because I give factual information. I know how to give the news in real time. You, sir, keep getting yourself banned and slaughtered on social media without giving the links, the sources, and the URLs. You truly are the king of karma. You put yourself on a billboard and project something you're not. I just wish you'd put your address and your phone numbers on that billboard so you can truly reach your target audience. You're no different than the guy who stands at the corner medium holding up a sign and begging for donations. You on a billboard is the same difference. Just cracks me up. I'll continue giving my view of the news. about Mr. Douglas Michael Ducote Sr. on Douglas Payne's channel, as well as Hate Speech Fans channel. In my About section on my Hate Speech Fans channel, it says, Douglas Payne sub-channel, I am Razor Taps of Anonymous Ops. I share a problem with anyone that spews misinformation, opinionated bullshit without giving URLs, links, and Google approved media. I allow anyone to see my screen and read along with the fact check proof. As well as my About page on Douglas Payne's channel. Razor Taps here. I am a fact checker and real-time news source. I'll display everything I'm working on and show you, the viewer, all you need to follow along. I'll call out the progressive conservative Republican Douglas M. Ducote Sr. on all his race-baiting hate speech towards fellow YouTubers and elected officials. We, the people, are of human race, not just the white race. Thank you for your interest. I do have a sub-channel called Hate Speech Fan. And this sub-channel, basically, I'm only going to be using this channel if I've been placed in timeout because Douglas Payne's made a post about the CDC, which I shouldn't have. But I was just testing the waters that day, and I got rewarded for my stupidity, and I apologize to YouTube administrators for making an error in judgment. My suspension will be lifted in a couple of days on Douglas Payne's channel, and I do appreciate everyone's patience. I'll continue doing the right thing by my viewers and give the links, the sources, and the URLs in real time and allow my viewers to read and follow along with my story content. I have 5 social media news groups of which I draw my factual information from. I use news.yahoo.com, usatoday.com, pbs.org/newshour, npr.org, and apnews.com, the Associated Press. 5 social media news groups of which I draw from. I put myself down in the far right hand corner of all my videos, and I make the news my centerpiece. That is the only way you're going to be fact checked in real time and deemed credible. Now, let me explain something to you about Douglas Payne's channel. It's simply this. You can subscribe if you want. It really doesn't matter to me. You can like or dislike my post. Okay, I get that. But what I'm looking for is viewership. The more people who view my channel have an open mind and a moral heart when it comes to fact-checked information that you can read and follow along with the story content. How else are you going to deem yourself credible? How can you call yourself a progressive, conservative, anything, proclaim yourself as a social media personality unless you share the links, the sources, and the URLs and allow your viewers to read and follow along with your story content in real time? Explain that one to me. Mr. Douglas Michael Ducote Sr., you have a 10, 11-year video library of race-baiting, hate speech, and now domestic terrorism uh, media insurrection. You beg your subscribers and your paid minions to share your demonetized videos with the sole intent of defamation of character and slander towards healthcare professionals as well as police department administrators. That is now a civil court matter which you, sir, can be served, if you will. I'll continue giving all the links, the sources, and the URLs in real time. I allow my viewers to read and follow along with my story content on my view of the news. I'll continue monitoring Mr. Douglas Michael Ducote Sr.'s so-called threads and views. I will be shadow banning his chat rooms. I'll be shadow banning his videos. I'll be shadow banning his threads until he learns how to share the links, the sources, and the URLs in real time. That is what I get paid to do. Until then, if there's any further credible video news that comes out today, I'll jump back here on Hate Speech Fans channel and shoot it out to you. Until then, wear a mask. Get the COVID-19 vaccine. Save yourself, your fur babies, and your family, and your neighbor. Do the right thing. If you are a progressive, conservative Republican, I, as a Democrat, have this personal message just for you. Please do not wear a mask. Please do not get the vaccine. Please do not social distance. Please go to as many Republican super spreader events. Surround yourself around people with a fever so when election day comes around, we see less of you. At 2022 and 2024, that is my personal request for the Republican Party, Progressive Conservative Party. The more you use common sense, the better off you're going to be. I understand there are a lot of companies putting out help wanted signs. Please go out there and apply. Do right by your family and your friends and make yourself useful instead of creating progressive, conservative, Republican channels and try to make money off of race baiting and hate speech. Just make a damn bit of sense. They wonder why their channels are being demonetized. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. In a couple of days, Douglas Payne's channel will be back up and flowing, and I've got a lot of work to do on that channel. Until then, my name is Razor Taps. I'm not that hard to find. I am a licensed professional black hat by trade in North Carolina. My team and I do that quite well. We monitor and log all race baiting, hate speech, and social media insurrection that leads to defamation of character and slander, which is a civil court matter, and every successful prosecution that we present, we get paid, Daddy. We get paid good. Until then, take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Good day.